That is you moving between the other side of awareness and here on a beginner level. You will see vast changes by 3 months or so from now. It's coming. Did you catch that at the end? That within 3 months, you may have had your Great Awakening? Hi, everyone. I'm Colleen. I received a nudge that there's a message coming in for you today, and I asked them if they wanted me to do a voice note and read a transcribed message again like I did before. And the answer was no, just hit record. So here I am. I don't know who's coming in. I don't know what's going on. I always just follow the nudges. So let's see who has a message for you today. Hello, everyone. This is the Council of Trust. We have a message for you today, not an additional exercise. We will be back with more of the practices very shortly, but today we have some important information for you. Over the past week or so, there has been a change in the energies surrounding the Earth. There has been a change in the love energy level surrounding the Earth. And as you know, this love energy level is pivotal in the progression of the Earth and her inhabitants toward the next level of the awakening. There have been some very exciting developments in the last week or so. And this brings a need to explain to you why you are receiving messages from the Council of Trust and why it is so pivotal at this time that we be here to give you information and encouragement as the Earth heads towards the next phase of awakening. We have been talking to you for a while, the Council of Trust, and we have offered news and encouragement and techniques to help you on your way. The reason we are the Council of Trust is because as the Earth moves toward awakening, as you move toward awakening, there becomes more and more and more need for you to have trust in the things that are going on around you, to have trust that are in the changes that are happening to you personally. And there has been a bit of resistance, absolutely predictable and on-path resistance from lightworkers who are on the leading edge as they reach the phase that you are at now. So there has been a leveling up of the energies on the Earth as you have spread more love energy around the world, spent more time making sure that you are embodying love energy, even when it's difficult, striving to remember that there is love energy and that love energy and maintaining a love-filled vibration are important and are priorities for now. As you have moved into this phase, you have in effect leveled up the Earth, and you have now moved to yet another plane of existence, of perception. But as was said in a previous video, humans tend to create their own veil, and you construct this veil, and it's a comfort zone for you to hold on to the view that you've had all of your life and in multiple other lives of how the Earth looks and how life works and things like that. So as you come along on this ride, so to speak, that the Earth is on, of leveling up into the next plane of energies, there are multiple potentialities that have opened up on the path of both the Earth and the individuals on the Earth. So you may have noticed over the past week or couple of weeks or the week prior to whenever this video comes into your awareness, because everyone is on an individual path. So this video will come into your awareness when it is time to receive this information. You may have noticed a waffling, a back and forth, an ebb and flow in your feeling of dedication to your spiritual growth, your feeling of believing or trusting, that you are actually making progress, that you are actually on a path of spiritual growth. You may not have been feeling this way, but if you're watching this video, it is probable that you have had moments of fogginess with regard to where you are going next on your spiritual journey. We want you to know that this is expected in your human awakening journey. You built in these they're saying not obstacles. You built in these slowdowns, these veils of doubt or veils that bring you a lack of motivation, a lack of belief, or a lack of trust in a momentary way. You built those in to allow you to work through the final phases of clearing karma, of finding your path, of speaking to others who you may need to share knowledge or love energy with. These periods of feeling a lack of trust actually serve as catalysts for a leap in trust and faith and growth. So when you use the expression, everything happens for a reason, some people see this expression, it is used a lot. So some people see this expression as cheesy, as dismissive, but it is absolutely true. So these moments that you have been in of, and it could be not brain fog and waffling on your own spiritual practice. It could be distrust that everything happens for a reason. There are many events going on the earth right now, both political or earth-changing events like earthquakes and floods, and personal eruptions, so to speak, personal tower moments, as you may call it, that tend to bring you to a place of doubt. But because of where you are on your spiritual journey, and because you have been dedicated to your spiritual journey, having these moments makes you notice them. And in the noticing them is growth. Even when you are feeling a lack of love energy flowing through you, or a lack of motivation to do anything spiritual, even sometimes a lack of motivation to do anything at all, by recognizing it, you are shifting the lens, you are shifting that veil and just pushing it aside just a little bit. So pushing it aside or edging past your own personal veil begets opportunities to learn, to grow, to have other spiritual experiences, for information to be placed in your path, for gifts to unfold. Because in the noticing that you are waffling, in the noticing that times are hard right now, you are bringing light to the subject, and you are bringing light back to yourself. So be easy on yourself and let these times pass with comfort and trust and understanding. You can tap into us. You can reach out to the Council of Trust if you find that you are feeling a lack of trust in what's going on in your life or in the world or in your drive to work, you can reach out and just say, Council of Trust, assist me, help me, give me a sign, give me an idea, give me a boost, give me a reason to trust, and we will. But then you have to be open to it. You have to be watching for it, or just believing that something will be placed in your path. And there are different levels of belief depending on which level of waffling you are doing. But we are here to assist you with streams of trust energy. You may remember a previous channel that we sent through that told you that, and Big Bertha talked about this as well, and many other channelers have talked about the fact that trust is an energy of its own. Trust is a catalyst. So trust begets trust. As soon as you start thinking about trust, you are in the realm of trusting. Even if you talk about not trusting something, you are acknowledging that there is a need for trust. So trust in whatever happens on your path. No matter how you are feeling, it is part of where you are supposed to be right now. And it is for your growth. Do you see the difference there? Do you see the little twist on your perception of the down times, the less inspired times? This is a big piece of knowledge for you to carry with you. This is a confirmation that no matter how you are feeling, you are on the path. We are here with you. Your guides are guiding you, and you are making progress. Now, as we said, you have moved into this new plane, this new level of energies and progression of the earth to her own great awakening, and of each of you toward your individual great awakening and the mass awakening as well. And events that need to pass in order for these awakenings to happen are on deck now. Everything is being prepared for events to pass so that the love energy portals will open and bring in the influx and free stream of love energy that is going to come in to drive many and many of you into your individual great awakening and into the mass awakening of the first leading edge Lightworkers, the Lightworkers who are slated to awaken first to help others through the door. If you are feeling a lack of hope, a lack of trust, a lack of things happening on your path, that is simply the veil that is in place for this phase, for this level that the earth is at. It is difficult for us to explain the details and intricacies of energy levels that we are talking about that surrounds the earth. When you have had your great awakening, when you have seen the other side and experienced the other side of awareness and come back into your earthly life and retained your knowledge and connection to the other side of awareness on a go as you please basis, when that has happened to you, you will be able to see the energetic vibration of the earth and of everybody on the earth, and you will see what we mean about the leveling up of this level, of this influx of energies that is coming into the earth. For now, this is where you trust, because you have to trust. You have to trust enough for the stream to take you to where you need to be for you to awaken. And then when you awaken, you will trust even more. So trust begets trust, of course. And as you awaken more and more, you will experience more and more miracles and revelations and memories of past lives, memories of gifts, predictions, premonitions of the future. As a matter of fact, you may have noticed an increase in the number of little random premonitions that you have. Sometimes these are life-changing premonitions, like don't cross the street right now, there's a car coming. But very often you will just have premonitions of something that happens later in your day. And you go, I thought of that earlier. It's weird that happened. That is you moving between the other side of awareness and here on a beginner level. It is you just parting the veil just a tiny bit and seeing your future timeline, getting a tiny peek at what is going to happen later in the day, later in the week, later in the month. And these premonitions are being given to you, and you are allowing them because they occupy a portion of your human mind and brain that has not yet been opened or activated or tapped into. It is in the process of opening and beginning now. Now, those of you who have psychic abilities to see into the future, that part of you has been in a large part open for as long as you've been having psychic abilities. For the rest of you, it is opening now. So acknowledge the premonitions. Acknowledge the little peeks that you have into your future or into information that comes to you, and then you see something like this, or you talk to somebody else and they give you the same information. Those kinds of occurrences and synchronicities between friends saying the same thing, having the same dream, all sorts of things like that. These are connectors that are bringing you together into the groups that you agreed to work with when you are fully operating on the other side of awareness and the earth. And these are previews, but in acknowledging and using the previews, you strengthen that. You strengthen that ability, and you strengthen your trust. So then you are pushing out more trust energy into your love energy body that sits just outside your body that we've been working with you to expand. It fills with more trust energy. And then you are sprinkling trust energy all over the earth and all over everyone you walk by and talk to and interact with. And it's a beautiful gift that you are giving, even if they don't appear to have received it. Even the trust challenged will receive a little bit of your trust energy. And we're not talking about preaching or explaining things to people. We're merely talking about sharing your energy body with them. What is the bottom line of this message? The bottom line of this message is encouragement. It is confirmation that all the things that are happening to you, whether it is downtime or revelations and synchronicities and premonitions, all of it is exactly where you need to be right now to assist everyone on the earth and the earth herself in moving forward into this new vibration that is open to you. So it would be to your advantage to set yourself reminders, again with the sticky notes or the alarm on your phone, or anything that will remind you on a daily basis to trust that whatever you are feeling, whatever is happening to you, and whatever you are seeing in your mind's eye is correct and real and moving you forward on your spiritual path, as long as you sprinkle it with a point in the direction of love, a point in the direction of hope, a point in the direction of trust. So you could be, we are not hoping that you are at your lowest, but you could be at your lowest and doing nothing, what you think is nothing spiritually. And if you are feeling that way and acknowledging it and just having hope that it will improve, having trust that it's where you're supposed to be, you are doing the work. You are bringing yourself forward and you are assisting others to come forward. It won't be long. The next few months will see astronomical movement in the energy planes, the views, the experiences, and the perspectives that are available to you as inhabitants of the earth and as light workers on the leading edge. Light workers working toward their awakening. So as long as you do whatever you can do to add the concept of hope and trust to your daily life, you will be contributing and you will see vast changes by 3 months or so from now. It's coming. And we're not saying nothing's happening in the 3 months. We're saying at the end of 3 months from when you see this video, as a matter of fact, you could mark your calendar and just look back at how life was the day you watched this video and how you were feeling and what was going on and what your abilities were. And 3 months from that day, look back and see what has changed with a lens of love and hope and trust, and you will see how far you have moved forward. And maybe you will even have had your great awakening. Thank you. Wow. Okay. Wow. Okay. I'm in a bunch of, like through my Patreon group and through other spiritual friends that I have, I'm in some like WhatsApp groups, you know, where they talk and they go way too fast for me because I can't keep up with everything that's going on, but I skim what everybody's talking about in these chats. And there has been a trend through most of them and in my Patreon group and in the comments on my videos of just what they're talking about, of people in trying to be trusting, but just in like some kind of a downturn, you know, nothing's going on for me, or I'm feeling like I'm in a funk, or I don't know what to do next, or I'm not getting any messages from my guides. That's a big one right now. And I think, well, I mean, I know, like, I can't believe this spoke to that. I hope everybody that's in every one of those chats watches this because there's a lot of hope in that message. And I love how they say, like, you know, we think we have to be perfect on this path. We think we have to be 100% on all the time, 100% in hope and trust and love and receiving messages and doing all of our things and having premonitions. And we chose to come in this life and have this veil in front of us. And we chose for it to be a process and an unfolding. I almost knocked my water over. To be a process and an unfolding, you know, that we were supposed to work at. It's the experiment. So it's not going to be just handed to us. That's not the game. If they hand it to us, the experiment ends and we got to do a whole fourth iteration of Earth. So like, that's not happening. And we've come so far now that they've told me that we're kind of at a point of no return. Like, we've raised the love energy level of the planet so high that like it's almost time for the reconstruction of the Lemurian grid. They're saying now, like they just said, did you catch that at the end? That within 3 months, you may have had your great awakening. That's the individual awakening, right? And then after some individual awakenings, there is prophesied to be, that's when there's a mass awakening of a whole bunch of us. 3 months, like, I guess that's okay. I can wait that long. Or maybe it happens beforehand. And premonitions. Oh my God. Have you been having premonitions? Like, I've been having so many weird premonitions. And just little things like my straightening iron breaking, like I thought of that. And then sure enough, my daughter dropped it in the toilet. That's not what, that's not what I saw, but I just had this thought. I was looking at it and I was trying to turn it on and it wouldn't turn on. It turns out I hadn't plugged it in. But anyway, while I was turning it on, I had this idea of like, oh, what would I do if it broke? Because like my hair right now, the way it is, it must be straightened. And so I just had this thought of what if it's broken? What, I have to get a new one. Am I going to be able to get one? And then like I realized I hadn't plugged it in. I plugged it in and it worked. And the next freaking day, my daughter drops it in the toilet and it dies. But it happened to do so in a way that I had a couple of days that I didn't need it because I wasn't going anywhere, and I've ordered one now and got one, but it was just like when she told me, I wasn't there when it happened. And when she told me, I was like, you broke the flat iron. And I thought about having a broken flat iron. There's more than that. There have been like weirder ones or bigger ones, but I just have lots of premonitions now. So I want to hear in the comments if you're having premonitions, if you're having little peaks across the, what do you think about everything that the Council of Trust just said? And I love that they always talk about trust being an energy of its own, that just by acknowledging trust, like you can even acknowledge that you need to trust. Because in just acknowledging that trust energy is a catalyst energy, like you're trusting there, right? And believing it. See all the layers of trust? I love that the Council of Trust is coming through me now. I was really weirded out by it at first, and it's a big energy, but today was a lot easier. Like there's some pauses that you've seen that I edited out. But it's getting easier for me to hear them, or to get what it's not hearing, to get what they're saying to me. And I just love their messages. And I love that they're telling us that the reason they're here is because that's what we need now. That's like the big engine that's going to move us forward, is trusting all these things, even the downtimes, right? Even the times when there's not good things happening around you where you live or whatever. And it's hard to maintain an attitude of hope. Just realizing that you need to get back to hope, or that you need to get back to trust, is inching over in the right direction. So I love that there's so much loving, like allowing of our humanness in the way that they explain things to us, because, there's enough of like, you're not doing it right. You need to do this in my earthly world. And I just love the loving feeling that comes with their encouragement. So I hope you did too. Thanks very much for joining me, and I'll see you soon.